Can you actually buy a home in South Florida for under $500,000 anymore? When you think of South Florida, you probably picture waterfront mansions and sprawling estates. Headlines scream about a market built for millionaires and international billionaires. It really feels like the dream of affordable Florida living is officially over, but what if that's not the whole story? There's a hidden market most people and many agents completely miss. In this video, we're pulling back the curtain on where affordable homes actually are. We will expose exact neighborhoods, specific property types, and new construction projects under $500,000. We're not just saying it's possible, we're showing what that budget really gets you. We'll show where to find it and what you need to know before making an offer. So stick with me, because the truth about affordable South Florida is more exciting than you think. Let's get right into it. If your dream is a brand new 4,000 square foot house on the Intracoastal, $500,000 will not get you there. Prices in premium coastal spots have been driven into the stratosphere by insane demand. But that's not the entire market, or where most people actually live. The secret to finding a home under $500,000 is stopping where everyone else looks and focusing on hidden gems. Affordability here is about strategy, not compromise. Know which suburbs are about to boom, which condos offer value, and which new communities deliver near-typo prices. As of May 2026, hundreds of options exist, including over 1,000 listings in Miami under $500,000. A $500,000 budget generally buys modern condos and townhomes, charming older single-family homes, or new construction. This video is your map through the three major counties: Palm Beach, Broward, and Miami-Dade. Before county specifics, understand the three main property types and their different lifestyles and trade-offs. First up, you have the modern condo and townhome. This is easily the most common option under $500,000, especially as you get closer to the cities. These properties offer a fantastic, low-maintenance lifestyle. Think resort-style pools, fitness centers, and clubhouses. The Homeowners Association handles all the annoying stuff, like exterior maintenance and landscaping. For a lot of people, especially if you're moving from out of state, this lock-and-leave convenience is a huge win. You get the fun South Florida lifestyle without ever having to mow a lawn or clean a pool. We'll see these everywhere from Hollywood to Boca Raton. Second, we've got the classic single-family home. This is for everyone who wants a piece of land to call their own. Now, under $500,000, these homes are typically a bit older, built in the 1970s, 1980s, or 1990s. These are often found in quiet, residential suburbs. What you're buying here is space, privacy, and often no HOA, which is a big deal for your monthly budget. The trade-off is these homes might need a little love. You could be looking at a kitchen from the 1990s or some seriously retro bathroom tile. But if you want a yard for the dog and a place for the kids to play, these properties are the heart and soul of suburban South Florida. We'll find clusters of these in places like South Miami Heights and other inland neighborhoods. And third, the category that gets me the most excited is the new construction frontier. This is where the myth of an unaffordable South Florida completely falls apart. While it's getting tougher, new construction under $500,000 absolutely exists if you know where to look. We're talking brand new homes with modern layouts, impact windows, builder warranties, and customizable finishes. These homes are popping up in master-planned communities, further west with new schools, shopping, and infrastructure. This is where you find incredible value getting a 2026 built home for a price that can compete with a 30-year-old house closer to the coast. Palm Beach County is the current hotbed for this. As we go through the counties, keep these three pillars in mind. Think about which lifestyle fits you best, because South Florida offers all three for under $500,000. Let's start our tour at the northern tip of South Florida in Palm Beach County. It is famous for the mind-boggling wealth of Palm Beach Island and the luxury of Boca Raton. But the real story for our budget lies to the west in the new construction corridor. The undisputed champion of this movement is a place called Westlake. If you haven't heard of it, you are not alone, and that is exactly why it is such a golden opportunity. Westlake is a massive master-planned community, basically a brand new city being built from scratch. Builders like GL Homes are specifically targeting the sub $500K price point with some of their models. For instance, you might find models like the Aster or the Cassia that have base prices starting in the high 400 AS. Prices have been climbing, and once you add upgrades, you could push past 500K, but the opportunity to get in under that cap is there. You get a brand new home built to the latest hurricane codes with a warranty for peace of mind. Plus, the community is built around an amenity center with a lagoon-style pool water slides and a concert pavilion. This is the strategy: move a bit west and get a brand new amenity-rich life for the price of an old small condo by the beach. But Westlake is not your only option. Nearby, you have Crestwind Palm Beach, which is an active adult community age restricted to 55 and over. Their models like the Allison, Beverly, and Caroline are often priced to start in the high 400s and offer high-end amenities. And what if you don't want new construction? Palm Beach County still has you covered. In a city like Boca Raton, you can find amazing value in condos. For example, you can find spacious 2-bedroom, 2-bath condos in desirable communities with golf or water views in the mid-400s. You get that prestigious Boca address and access to world-class dining and shopping while staying in budget. To round it out, if you're willing to stretch the definition of South Florida, you can look a bit north to Port St. Lucie on the Treasure Coast. A prime example is the city of Hollywood. Tucked perfectly between Fort Lauderdale and Miami, Hollywood is having a major moment. While the beach is lined with multi-million-dollar condo towers, just a mile or two inland, new affordable developments are popping up. A great example is One Hollywood Residences, which has offered brand new condos with prices starting in the $430 000s. You get a modern unit in a building with all the perks, in a city with a cool, walkable downtown and one of South Florida's best beaches just a bike ride away. Another project, 1920 Pierce, also had floor plans starting under our $500K mark. This is strategic buying at its finest. You get the location and the newness by choosing a condo. But Broward isn't just about condos. If you've got your heart set on a single-family home, you just need to know where to look. Stop searching in well-known, pricey cities like Parkland or Weston, and instead, focus on the established neighborhoods in places like Central Fort Lauderdale or the surrounding suburbs of Plantation and Tamarack. This is where you'll find those classic Florida homes we talked about. The single-family houses built in the 80s and 90s. They often have 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, a 2-car garage, and a yard. A search might turn up a 2-bedroom, 2-bath home with over 1,200 square feet in a prime Fort Lauderdale location. Sure, the kitchen might have oak cabinets and the floors might be tile, but these homes have great bones and are in solid, safe, and convenient neighborhoods. The value is incredible. For a price in the high $400 FES, you can get a single-family home, often with no HOA, which means a lower monthly payment and the freedom to renovate and build equity. You're still just a 15 to 20-minute drive from the beach, the airport, and downtown Fort Lauderdale. That's the Broward County play. Get a brand new condo in a booming area like Hollywood, or find a classic single-family home with great bones and no HOA in a quiet suburb, ready for you to make it your own. The versatility is hard to beat. All right, time to face the final boss, Miami-Dade County. This is the market that everyone assumes is completely out of reach for a normal person. And look, the core of Miami, from Brickell to Miami Beach, is incredibly expensive, but the story of Miami-Dade is really a tale of 2 different markets. To find affordability here, you have to go south. And when I say it's possible, I mean it. Remember that Zillow search? We're talking about a ton of properties for sale in Miami right now, under $500,000. So, where are they? They're concentrated in the southern suburbs, in communities that offer a fantastic, family-friendly lifestyle that feels a world away from the downtown chaos. Let's name names. 2 of the best examples are South Miami Heights and Modelo. These are residential areas where you can find townhomes and single-family homes that actually fit our budget. In South Miami Heights, you can find 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom townhomes hovering around the $400,000 mark. In Modelo, You can find older but solid, concrete block single-family homes for around $450,000. What's the lifestyle? It's suburban. We're talking yards, driveways, and quiet streets. You're further from the beach, sure, but you're close to great shopping, restaurants, and parks. For many families, this is the ideal version of Miami. You're still in Miami-Dade County, with access to its jobs and culture, but you have the space and community feel that's impossible to find up north. But the most compelling evidence for affordability in Miami is the boom in new townhome construction. Builders like Lennar have zeroed in on this southern corridor as a major growth area. Communities like Pine Vista and the Riviera in the Homestead area have offered brand new townhomes with starting prices that are almost unbelievable for Miami-Dade County, some starting in the low $400,000s. Let me say that again. A brand new home in Miami-Dade County starting in the low to mid-dollar $400s. These communities have modern finishes, community pools, and the peace of mind of a new build. This isn't a fluke. It's a market trend. Builders are actively creating thousands of opportunities to own a new home in what is supposedly America's most expensive market. So, the code to cracking Miami-Dade is simple. Look south. The mix of resale single-family homes and the explosion of new, affordable townhome communities completely debunks the myth of an unattainable Miami. Okay, so now you know where to find these places, but finding the house is only half the battle. Affording the payment is what really counts. In Florida, the price tag is just the starting point. There are 3 massive costs you have to understand: home insurance, HOA fees, and property taxes. If you ignore these, your affordable home can quickly become a financial nightmare. Let's start with the big one: homeowners insurance. This is a huge deal in Florida for good reason. Thanks to hurricanes, our insurance costs are way higher than in most other states. You can't get a mortgage without it, so you can't ignore it. A few years ago, you could budget 1 to 2% of the home's value for insurance. That is not the reality today. Due to the insurance crisis, budget closer to 2.5 to 4% of your home's value for annual premiums. So for a $450,000 home, be prepared for a premium of $11,000 to $18,000 a year. That's roughly $900 to $1,500 a month. This cost varies wildly based on the age of the home, the roof, impact windows, and its flood zone. When you're serious about a property, your first call should be to an insurance agent for a real quote. Do not guess. Next, HOA fees are a major factor, especially for condos, townhomes, and new communities. These fees can run from a couple $100s a month to over $600. It's critical to know exactly what that fee covers. A high fee that covers services you'd pay for anyway might be a good deal. A low fee could mean fewer amenities or the risk of a big special assessment later. Finally, property taxes are another big cost to plan for. Florida has no state income tax, and they make up for it with property taxes. Budget around 1.1 to 1.6% of your home's assessed value each year for taxes. The taxes the current owner pays are not what you will pay. A longtime owner might have a tiny tax bill due to save our homes, but your bill resets at purchase price. Always estimate your taxes based on your purchase price, not the seller's current bill. These 3 costs, insurance, HOAs, and taxes, are your true cost of ownership. When you get pre-approved, make sure you and your lender use realistic numbers for all 3. Now that you know homes under $500,000 exist and you understand the full cost, the next step is to get out there and find yours. This market can be tricky, and having the right strategy is everything. To help, I've put together a free South Florida under $500K digital guide. It includes a checklist for touring properties with key questions about the roof, AC, HOA, and insurance. It also has a map of hot neighborhoods and new construction areas we discussed today. To get that free guide right now, click the first link in the description below. This is what I do all day, every day, and I would love to be a resource for you. All my contact info is in the description, so text me, email me, or give me a call. I answer every message myself and would be honored to help you navigate this market and find your dream home. If this video gave you hope and value, do me a huge favor and smash that like button and subscribe. We put out new videos every week breaking down the South Florida real estate market. Make sure you are the smartest buyer or seller in the room. So, let's go back to that original question. Do South Florida homes under $500,000 actually exist? The answer is a loud, clear, definitive yes. The South Florida dream isn't dead. It has just moved. It's no longer in the flashy headlines about record sales on Fisher Island. It's in the vibrant, growing communities of the western suburbs. It's in the brand new, family-friendly city of Westlake. It's in the modern townhomes rising in Hollywood. It's on the charming, tree-lined streets of South Miami Heights, where families are putting down roots. For decades, people have flocked here for the sunshine, the beaches, and the incredible lifestyle. The perception is that this life now comes with an impossible price tag. But the reality is, with the right strategy, the right information, and the right guide, you can absolutely find your perfect home here without being a millionaire. The opportunity is real, it's out there, and it is waiting for you. You just have to know where to look. Thanks so much for watching. I hope this has empowered you to start your search with confidence. We'll see you in the next video.